Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. Happy October 1st. And I am here with my completed pages for September 2023. So I can tell you right now, I colored out of 38 books. That's not the most I've ever colored out of. Looks like by my chart here, the most I've ever colored out of was 49 in 1 month. So I'm not even sure, excuse me, how many I've done. But before I get started with that, I always give you the prompts for the treasure hunt for the next month. So here are the prompts for the October treasure hunt. And like I've said in all my videos, you can do 1, 2, or all of them. It doesn't matter however many you can do. You can combine a page. So if there's 2 prompts on 1 page or 3 prompts on 1 page, you can use that 1 page for 3 prompts. You can color out of color books, stamps, PDF files, Google, and get free prints off the internet, whatever you find to find the prompts, okay? So get your paper and your pen ready, and here we go. October treasure hunt. There will be 10 prompts. Number 1 is a lollipop. Some people call it a sucker, whatever. Number 2 is a bat. Number 3 is a witch. Number 4 is a ghost. Number 5 is a jack-o'-lantern. That's different than a pumpkin, right? It's a pumpkin cut out. So a jack-o'-lantern. Number 6, a scary cat. Number 7, hair of any sort. It could be human hair, a wig, dog hair, cat hair, whatever you want, hair. Number 8, coffee. That could be coffee in a cup, in a coffee pot, in a mug, whatever, a coffee can, whatever. Number 9 is a gnome. And number 10 is any page of your choice, and you're using the colors yellow, orange, black, and green. Okay, so more more Halloween themed items because it is October. All right, so let's get started with my completed pages. I have my blank piece of paper here to put my little tags on. And so we'll start out with this Life is Delicious, a coloring book for grown-up girls. And I think this was given to me by one of my sister-in-laws. Oh, no, it was given to me by my coworker, Esmeralda. I haven't colored in this book for a long, long time. So I colored this one, and it says, Cooking with Love provides food for the soul. So these are, and I colored this on 9/1, so the first day of the month. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. I used all alcohol markers on this, and it was just a very easy, fast, relaxing page. The second one I did was the large print adult coloring book that we started doing for Rosemary U Rock Art for her open coloring collab last year, and I never finished it. It is on my goal to complete for 2023. I will get that completed. It will be the first book I will ever complete because I've never completed an entire book, and this is the closest I've ever got. So here is my page. We're getting towards the end of the book. Let me see. I think I have 1, 2, 3 pages left, and I will have this book done. So if I get enthusiastic, I will complete it this month. But you see on the last one, they gave us a double-sided, and so I'll have to do them in colored pencils because they'll bleed through. But anyways, so yeah, only 3 pages left, and I will have this book done. That will be awesome. The next one is my mandala coloring book for adults relaxation. This is another book that I've wanted, my goal to complete in 2023. Here is the first page. This is done in just all alcohol markers or maybe some Sharpies as well. And then here is my next page. I did 2 pages out of here. And let's see, I don't know how many I have left in here. Oh, how did I do that? Darn it. I forgot to put the paper between here. Oh, geez. Well, hopefully the next one will cover, the next colors will cover up my mistakes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got quite a few in here. 7, 8, looks like about 10 pages to complete this book. So hopefully I will reach that goal, but I'm not sure. We only have 3 months left, right? All right. This is Fantasies and Fairy Cuties. I love this color book. It's grayscale. And I did this page in here. This isn't on my goal for completed pages for this year, but I think it will be for next year because I have quite a few done in here. But I think her flesh tones turned out great in here. I love her hair, even though it's darker in here. We have a little blotchiness from the alcohol markers on her dress, but for the most part, I think it turned out really cute. This book, I think this is my first page to color out of this book, and I think this was a gift to me. Yes. This book was gifted to me in July 2022, but I didn't write who it was gifted to me by. So I think it was Kiki, but I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, I need to write that down. But this is the first page I did in that book, so I did break open some new books that I hadn't colored in before. And so this is one of the books that I colored in for the first time. And it was a super easy, relaxing page, all alcohol markers. This one I have colored out of several times, The Pinup Models by Dominica Victoria. I love this book, but it always is a lot of detail. So I did this fun page with her retro, looks like the 60s. And I love polka dots. And so that was the first page. And then this was the second page. This one, like I said, I've colored out of here several times, but I still have so many. It will not be a goal for 2024 to complete it, but I did enjoy coloring out of here. And every once in a while, I just pick it up and want to color something from there. Fashion coloring book. I'm not sure. I think I've colored other pictures in here, but honestly, I'm not sure. But I colored this one. It was just okay. Very blotchy with the... My markers all seem to be going dry again, but I do use the heck out of them. So this was, I think, the first page in here. Oh no, I'm wrong. I had done this page, so I have worked out of here before. Okay. Well, it looks like there's only 2 pages in here colored, but at least I colored another page in here. You buy the books, you might as well use them, right? So I feel like I do use most of my books. This is Baby Fairy Dreams. And this is the one I colored for this month. Here's another book that I'm not quite sure if I've colored anything in. Yes, I have. I haven't colored a lot in here, but I did color this one. And I think her wings turned out nice and translucent, a very faded blue. So I like how that turned out. Yeah. All alcohol markers for this one. Here is the fashion coloring book for girls. I colored 2 out of here. This is volume 1. And I have colored in the past in this book, but not a whole lot. So here's the first one. And here's my second one. These pages are fairly easy, fairly fast colors. And I do enjoy coloring from here. I still have several in here to do, though. Okay, this is a Lena Lazavera coloring book. I have a lot of her coloring books, but I think this might be the first page I've ever colored in this unicorn book. Let me see. Yes, this is the first page I've colored in here. Super unhappy with my owl, but I like the unicorn, but I do not like how my owl turned out. And I was watching another channel the other day, and she said somebody was doing a tutorial, color along with them, for an owl, because there's so much detail you can do to an owl. So I really need to watch that tutorial. But first page done. Oh, look at me, I'm lying. I had colored out of here before. So I've colored 2 pages out of here. So not a lot, but at least I'm showing it some love, right? This book I've had for eons and eons. I've colored 2 pages out of here this month. And before this, I probably had colored nothing out of here in probably 5 years. So this is just a collage of, I don't know what you would call it, but it is a complete no thinking process for these. You can just color wherever, whatever, however. And same thing with the dots. It's kind of relaxing, actually, when you've had something with a lot of detail, then you can just do one of these, and they're super easy. This whole book is like that, just patterns. This one, you can see I didn't even finish. But I have a lot of pages in here, but I just haven't worked out of this book in so long. But I went through all my books, and so I pulled this one out and decided to work out of it. Raggedy Ann, I've been trying to color out of this every month a little bit. It's an easy, fun color. And this book isn't that old. I think I got it in 2023. But I have colored several pages in here. But I don't know if it will be on my list to complete in 2024. It's not a very big color book. So maybe, I don't know. We will see. I'm going to make that decision probably the end of December. And I think this year my goal was 3 books. So I will try to bump that to 4. But so far I'm only thinking I'm going to get 1 done. Here is another Alina Lazavera. This is Forever Love, which is more like the Valentine one. But I just like it. So it says, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And you're amazing. I love you. It's just like the little candy hearts that you get in the box of candies. So yeah, it was fun. It was easy. I still have tons of pages in here to do. So here is a Sherry Baldy coloring book, because life wouldn't be normal if I didn't color out a Sherry Baldy, right? This is the Sweet Treats Besties, volume number 5. And I did this one. And these are all in alcohol markers. And it's always fun to do Sherry Baldy coloring books. And then I have another Sherry Baldy here. And this is Steampunk Sweethearts. And I did this one. I love her little boots on this one. Her little goggles. It's a cute page. I haven't colored in this book very much at all. So I have a lot to go in this book. I was glad I pulled out some of my fall coloring books, because fall's over before you know it, and that is my favorite holiday. So this is Easy Autumn Coloring Book. And I colored this basket of apples. And I made the apples different colors. This was an easy, fun page to do. I like this book. I'll be coloring out of here again this month, I'm sure. So there we have it. All in alcohol markers. This is Kids and Pets Volume 2 Adult Coloring Book. And I believe this is the first page I did in this book. I didn't really realize until after I was looking at the book that this was part of her blouse. So this should have been blue too. Just the way I should have paid attention to it better. But I love how their hair came out. I love how her hair came out. This one's a little more blah, but this is shiny. And I love their little puppy. And so this is a super cute book. It's one of those weird ones that the pages are on every other page. But I can't wait to work out a bit more. And I thought that they turned out pretty good for the most part. This is Cutie Fairies Coloring Book for Adults and Teens. And this is a page I did. These pages are kind of difficult. I've worked out of here about 3 times now. A lot of detail in this book. And I didn't put all the detail in here. I could have. But I do think it's a precious book. It just has a lot of detail. So that was that. All right. Here is the 50 Summer Miniatures. I love the miniature series. And I did this one, the bridge with the pond below and all the lilies. And I've said all along, I love the miniature series color book. I have tons of pages still to do in this book. If I was stranded out at my house and couldn't leave my house for a year, I'd have plenty to do, other than I'd probably run out of markers. I wouldn't run out of color books, that's for sure. Okay, Big Eyed Girls coloring book. I've had this book for a long, long time, and I'll go in spurts with this book where I'll work out of it, and then I won't work out of it. So I pulled her out, and I did this page, and I think the page turned out really cute. And I liked how it turned out, other than it's a little blotchy from the dryness of the markers. I still have plenty I can do in this book. I have done a few. But her face and her hair turned out really cute there. All right, now we have 50 vacation miniatures. So the first one I did was this cute little, they look like, I guess, chipmunks. And roasting marshmallows over a fire. And then the second one, there is a fish. That could be part of my, that is part of my treasure hunt. So I did one more. Yes, I did a fish. Durr, I just didn't mark it. So there's my fish in a margarita glass, sipping on a drink. Cute, cute, cute. This book, just like the Pinup Girls, Dominica Victoria, same artist, so lots of detail always in these books. And it's not that I don't like doing them, it's just that at the beginning they're fun to do, but then there's so much detail that it takes a while. But I did finish her. Got lots of pages left in this book as well. Yeah. And I love how her lips and her eyes turned out. Another Sherry Baldy coloring book. This one is Cuties and Booties. I've done several pages in here. And oops, this is the one I did this month. So her images are so big that sometimes with alcohol markers, they start to dry before you finish it. And that's the only thing I don't like. I've never tried to do one of these in, same here, see, I've never tried to do one of these in pencil, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try to do one in pencils. But I have done a lot in this book. But I still have several to do in there. All right, we're back to another miniature book, 50 Spring Miniatures. And I did the cats. And the butterfly. So, not one of my favorite, but it's okay. It's fun and relaxing, easy. All alcohol markers. All right, this next one, Groovy Owls, is by Design Originals. This is one of those books that I hadn't pulled out in years as well. And this is why. You see, you look at it and then you're like, oh my gosh, so much detail. So I did a few pages, or, you know, I've done a few pages in here, but it's one of those books, I don't know if I'll ever get it completely done because there's so much detail. I honestly don't enjoy working in it. And I want to enjoy what I do. So it's just a lot of detail in this book. This was a brand new book for me, Boho Style Hippie Girls. I love this book. And so I just started out by doing the first page in this book. And I hope to color in it again. I just love every single image in here. So I started a brand new book again. There's another one I just started. Autumn Coloring Book is another new coloring book that I just received not too long ago, and I think I just did the first 2 pages out of here. So here's my first one with the pumpkins and the corn and the gourds, all the fall leaves. And then this one I did in pencils because I hardly ever work in pencils. So I tried to do a little bit of shading here. And then pencils are not my favorite, but I'm trying to work out of them more, so yeah. But this has got so many great images. I can't wait to work out of it some more. Okay. Here is another Baby Fairies coloring book. I am not sure if I've colored out of this before or not. But this was the page I colored this month in here. I think this is the first page I've done in this book. Let me just really quickly. Nope, it's not. I've done others in here. Okay. That's what happens when you have books, so many books, huh? So I colored another page in here. I love how the lips, the eyes, and the skin turned out in this one. Not unhappy with that at all. Let me get a drink of water. All right. We have 50 Baby Fairies coloring book. And this is the page I did here, and I thought it turned out really, really sweet. Put a little eyeshadow on her, and love her little arm bit like that. I thought she was really cute. Now, the whole page is completely detailed. I've done that one before. They're fun images. I will be working out of here more, but I like how she turned out. I think she's very sweet. Okay, I was so proud of myself for breaking in this coloring book. I have never worked out of this jewelry box coloring book, illustrated by Hannah Carlazon. It's a nice hardback coloring book, but so much detail, and everything is double-sided, so you have to use pencils. This almost reminds me of a dream catcher, but it's a flower. But it is all in either gel pens that don't bleed, because you see it did not bleed onto the next page, or colored pencils. And I don't know how much I'll get done in this book because, wow, lots of detail and a lot of images that I really just don't even care for. But we'll try. But I did break it open and do 1 page, so that's good. All right. Here is my 3rd book for my goal to complete in 2023. It is the Fashion Coloring Book for Girls. And I'm almost to the end of this book, so here is the first page. These pages do go fairly fast when I'm coloring them. There's no detail on the back. It's just the doll, and that's it. And then here's my 2nd page. And I'm pretty darn sure I will get this book completed because there's only a few more pages and I'll be done with this book. So I did these all in alcohol markers, and just the eyes are gel pens. That turned out great. We'll put that over to the side because I am going to work on that some more. This book I go in spurts with, so this is Disney Stained Glass coloring book. Sometimes I'll work on it for a couple months at a time, and then sometimes I'll just put it to the side and not work on it. So I probably have this book about halfway done. But I did this Pocahontas stained glass this month. I would say I'm about halfway through this book, but these pages take a while to do. So there's that one. Fairy and Fantasy, volume number 3. This was the first page I did out of this book. So I broke this book in a little bit and did my first page. And I think she turned out cute. I didn't want to give her traditional looking hair, so I gave her pink hair. And I think she's adorable. These last ones I showed in my videos this morning for my treasure hunt, but here's the 50 jungle miniatures, but I wanted to count them as my completed pages for the month, so I have them here again So we won't go into much detail, just showing there's the frogs, all alcohol markers, super easy. And then the Deborah Mueller Artsy Girls Coloring Book, because this was for my prompted table. This was alcohol markers and Sharpies. I'm almost done, you guys. Here's the 50 diminutive countryside scenes. And I had colored the barn. And then I had colored the tractor, which also had a barn. So I could have used it for both, but I didn't. But that's okay. Here's my large print spring adult color book. And I had done this page. That was the prompt of using pink and purple only on any page you chose. And my last one was the Hello Autumn coloring book. And I had done a church in here. I will probably work out of this book again because it is autumn now. So there we are. Let's count up how many pages I did for this month. Quite a few, I would say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 46 pages. So let's put that in here. 46 pages. Oop, 38 books goes over here. 46 pages. The most I've ever done is 49, so close. But yeah, it was a fun month of coloring. I already have a page completed for October already that I've done. And I'll be getting back to working on some more. So thank you guys for staying tuned in with me till the end if you did. And I hope that you guys all have a great October and a great Sunday. And I'm sure I will see you back here tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.